Okay, I'm back with a little more Deadly Premonition for the night. So, I saved. I'm going to grab this random bit of agent honor. Alright, and I'm going to bid farewell to the forest. We will be back, eventually. So, let's just run down this road. Just, gonna keep running down this road. And you can see my my heart rate stamina thing is going up pretty fast. Thankfully, you never really have to run distances quite this far at any other point in the game, unless you want to. I don't know why you would. Cars are a thing, both in real life and in Deadly Premonition. Almost there. I feel for you, York. Why, hello there.
Now you were very late. I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
This is Emily. She's our female lead for the game.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Agent York?
Good, that's good. Are you the sheriff?
No, I'm Deputy Sheriff Emily Wyatt. George, he's the sheriff. He went looking for you, actually. He should be back soon.
And she's kind of a sheriff, just not the
If
sheriff.
you mind me asking, did you walk all the way here?
My car broke down, that's all.
I intermittently walked and ran. Look at that beautiful water texture. I do love this game, but it is not. It's not great to look at.
Definitely worth a trip to the primitive world. By the way, don't mention anything about what happened back there. She'll think you're a psycho. Don't want that, do we, Zach?
Welcome to Greenvale. I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
George Woodman is not actually made of wood. Just to clear up that
FBI Special Agent
that bit of
Francis
confusion.
York Morgan. Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Could you tell me why the FBI is so interested in a small-town homicide?
Let's just say it's a personal interest in killers of young women. I'm always looking for new samples with my profile.
Both our superiors have cleared this with each other. You can remain in command. You don't have a problem with this, do you?
No. No problem. Just want to set things straight. Our small town has its share of problems. I'm the one fixing them one by one and maintaining peace and order. You can have your profiling sample, but I need you to understand that.
Of course. Of course. By the way, George, I had an accident with my car.
York apparently has amazing lungs despite the chronic smoking problem he has, because he blew that smoke all the way over there to Emily. Might have been wind assisted.
I'll get my assistant Thomas to take care of it. Do you need anything else?
Thanks. That'll be all. Well then, I think I'll rest up first at the hotel. Then I'll join you on your investigation.
Don't know how to say that. We really don't need your help. Unlike some of your corrupt city police officers, I play it by the book. I hope you'll come to appreciate that, Agent Morgan. And we'll handle the investigation. You just think of this as a vacation. Take it easy. Enjoy the nature here. You don't have to be a tree worshiper to appreciate the wildlife here.
I mean, that sounds pretty cool to me, but
Let's reassess the situation. There are no
something tells me York isn't going to let this situation lie. We did lose our cool cop car already to this mystery. And that's the end of the prologue. So I killed 26 enemies. I used 0 continues. And it took about a little more than half an hour for me to clear that. Good stuff. So I got a little cash for all the murder. You know, just like with the real FBI. And I got a Chivo for clearing the prologue, because that's the bar
During the investigation.
that we're working that we've set.
Another town in the boondocks again.
I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
Welcome. I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
There's definitely something in this town. You feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it.
So, Deadly Premonition is heavily modeled after the TV show Twin Peaks, and it's structured sort of like a TV show. You can actually jump back between chapters anytime you want, just like a just like a TV episode.
For a long time.
Why don't you get it repaired? This TV is important to you, right?
So you might notice these scenes with the little girl and the old man are they're modeled a little bit more competently than the main game. That's because these weren't in the original release of the game. These are unique to the director's cut.
Grandma
They
likes movies?
kind of flesh out the plot a little more, I guess.
Right?
I love movies too. I've never been to a movie theater though.
See? That added so much to the plot. Ooh, trading card. So we got Isaac. And there's a thing over here. Got a donut. Because we're a cop. Well, FBI agent. For the purpose of this joke, they're the same thing. And back to the case. I almost introduced that character and spoiled who they were. So it's my unbridled desire and need to be informative about everything.
Hold your breath. They can't see you if you hold your breath. Hurry. Like this. Cover your mouth.
So this is sort of a stealth mechanic. The shadows can't see you. They hear you, I guess, because of your breath. So you can hold down the hold your breath button, and that will, make you hold your breath, and enemies can't find you after that. It doesn't really have much use in the game. You can use it to get out of tricky situations, but you can't hold your breath forever, obviously. It uses up your stamina meter. And I mean, the enemies usually aren't all that tough to just murder en masse until, like, the end game. But by end game, if you're doing all the cool stuff, which I'm gonna try to do, then you'll have all the cool, awesome super weapon stuff, and you won't really need to resort to holding your breath. Goodbye, zombie trucker. We'll miss you.
Who are you?
And goodbye to you, little boy in space pajamas. Godspeed. So we are back among the living in a very comfy looking bed with disproportionately really shitty looking pillows. But I mean, those are like the same pillows you get at like every hotel, I guess. I can't stand them personally. But I'm also the type who needs like 4 pillows all to myself. I guess that's decadent. I like to be comfortable.
Zach, the symbolism in my dreams continues to intensify. A forest of red trees. A carpet with red leaves. A strange doll. And twin angels.
But that child is what bothers me the most.
I'm not sure if a forest of red trees is really symbolism, given that we have seen red plant life and red seeds already. It's
Well, that'll probably
more like a
come back to me
direct
eventually.
correlation to what's going on.
For now, we need coffee.
Yes, coffee. So this is our
Let's head
hotel
to the
room
cafeteria, Zach.
inside the hotel. The
Have
hotel
some
is
coffee.
our
I
base of
really
operations,
need
more or less.
coffee. Then we can head to the sheriff's office. There's a proper procedure for everything, right, Zach?
So there's a few things we can do in here. You can sleep at your bed, obviously. If you look at your status bar, you can see there's that little Z meter. That's your tiredness, your wellness, I guess. If you go for too long without sleeping, then you will pass out. It's very bad. So you always want to sleep, regularly. The dinner fork and knife is your food, your hunger. So you also need to eat regularly. So sleeping in the bed will recover your wellness. We also have a phone here. We can save on it. And unlike the payphones, those don't cost any money because it's a non-payphone. We also have our suitcase here. Our suit case, you see. Haha. So we can switch between different suits. The significant thing here is that you do need to clean York's suit. See? So in 24 hours, we'll get the suit back and it'll be clean. Which is a shame because I do like that one. So I'm going to switch to this one. It's almost as good. I really like that red tie on the main suit though. But yeah, so if you go too long without cleaning your suit, you'll start to smell. You'll have like flies and stuff, and you'll start like losing honor. You'll start losing agent honor and stuff. It's quite bad. It's funny though. And we of course have a gun case for our storage needs, and we have a bathroom for bathrooming. Purpose of the bathroom, like any good bathroom, is to shave. So doing your duty as an FBI agent and shaving once per day rewards you with a little bit of money. Just like with the suit thing, if you just go too long without shaving, your beard will grow out. I don't believe there's any negatives to that. It's just kind of a weird thing. But, I mean, I like to be clean-shaven personally in real life, IRL. And, I mean, free money is free money. So you can kind of get lost in this hotel, but thankfully we have this red arrow telling us where to go. Here's the front desk, but we don't need to come here yet. And here's some payphones. If you're too lazy to walk the, little bit to your room and save. There's also vending machines here. We can use that to buy food, but we don't need to. And here's the cafeteria. And here's the best song of the game. No joke. This is my ring. This is the ringtone that plays when people text me.
Breakfast is ready for you.
I love this song. And it's called "Life is Beautiful," I believe.
Thank you, Mrs.
Oxford.
Polly is
Fine,
amazing.
It's fine.
Well then. Thank you, Polly. I'm starving.
Roll up your sleeves.
Is everything all right, Mr. Morgan?
Yes, it's delicious, Polly. My compliments to the chef.
I'm hoping my cooking will bring back repeat guests. Honestly, though,
I love
it's
the
been a
comically
while
large
since
dinner
anyone
table.
has stayed here.
I couldn't help but notice. Aside from you and me, there seems to be no other guests or workers around.
What's that? The salt's in that white shaker there.
Thank you. I was wondering if there were any other guests or workers here.
Oh, no one else. My husband and I used to run this place.
So a
but
combination of the
he's in
distance
heaven
and
You're
Polly's
working here alone
oldness
since
makes
then.
it hard for her to hear York,
Must be
which leads to
hard by yourself.
hilarious
now.
misunderstandings.
Oh my, we're all out of pepper. I'm very sorry.
How do you run
Must
out
be
of pepper?
difficult to run a hotel by yourself.
Well, yes, I suppose. I could just live on my pension. But I have to admit, running a hotel is kind of like a hobby of mine.
You'd think she'd be
That's
losing
nice.
money if we're the only...
Polly, it
She'd be
might
losing
help
her
to hear you
pension
better you
if we're
could
the
sit
only
a little
guests.
closer.
Oh my, Mr. Morgan, you're embarrassing me. So early in the day, too. I think I'm a little too old for you.
I ship it.
still love my departed husband. May God rest his soul. I appreciate the invitation, but I'm fine over here.
Polly, I can hardly hear you from all the way over there.
You're exaggerating. This is fine. It won't do to be all clumped together with such a large table and cafeteria. We have to make use of all this space. Now tell me, that wound on your face, what happened?
Let's just say I had some trouble during the last case I was working on. I'm sure it'll heal.
All the best songs
Just a fresh wound.
use kazoos.
Oh
It's a
my.
fact.
Well, there's no need to be the tough guy here. I want you to be able to relax here. I've prepared a special room for you. A famous rock star once stayed in the same room, you know.
Really? I feel honored.
If you need anything at all, just let me know. I'll help you out in any way I can.
Zach, the lady is offering to help. Do you want to ask her about the town?
Say,
Sure.
Polly, what can you tell me about this town?
Well, let me see. You might know this already, but the town is called Greenvale. It rains here quite often, but it's a nice place, surrounded with nature. It was a big and prospering lumber town until not so long ago. We used to have a population of over 6,000 people. Less than a tenth of them left now. This hotel was built back then. We saw plenty of guests in those days.
That's why this place is so big for such a small community.
I have so many fond memories from back then. I suppose the clock on the community center is quite famous too.
Clock?
Oh yes, it's lovely. It rings in the morning and at night to let the whole town know the time. You'll hear it many times during your stay. It's a beautiful sound. And you'll love it too, I think.
I look forward to hearing it then.
Anything else you'd like to know about?
Yes, actually, Polly. Could you tell me about the shops around here?
Shops? Well, there aren't many. It is a small town, after all. You can do most of your shopping at the Milk Barn convenience store. The couple who run it are a unique pair.
Barn
I'm sure
not
you'll
made of
really
actual
like
milk.
them. The A&G Diner is a great place to eat. They might be open even if my kitchen is closed. If you want to go to a bar, there are two. The Galaxy of Terror and the Sweary 65. I don't
Sweary
think much
is the
either.
handle of
Bars are
the
for
director
younger
and
folk.
creator of this
We
game.
also have a gas stand, of course, the art gallery, and even a gunsmith. You should be able to find what you need.
Thank you, Polly.
Well, Mr. Morgan, I better start cleaning up. You just take it easy. I'll bring your coffee out in a moment.
Thank you, Polly. I have to warn you, though, I am very particular about my coffee. The very best you have, please.
I understand. I'll be right back with it.
So York being particular about his coffee is a reference to Agent Dale Cooper from Officer Dale Cooper from the from Twin Peaks. random bit of trivia. So York has this thing about coffee. As he hinted at before, he can look at the cream in the coffee,
Spring morning.
and he can
In the coffee.
he can read the future.
I can count on it. Never fails.
Now then, let's get going.
I love York's creepy ass smile. Alright, now we have control again. And now we're fully rested and fed. And I can finally pick up this bit of Agent Honor, which has been staring me in the face the whole time. So we can come here whenever the cafeteria is open and have a nice brew. And every day. Actually, I forget if it's every day or
There's
every time
always
you do
trouble
it,
heading
but
my way in
you'll
this
get a little
job.
fortune.
But I'm always up for a little excitement, too.
I don't believe they are significant in any way. It's just a fun thing to do, like many of the things in this game. And we got a little Agent Honor for that. So, alright. Immediately proven wrong. Alright, I have food, I believe. Yeah, I got stuff. I got coffee, and I got donut. Yeah, I'm good on food for the moment. No need to buy from the vending machine. Polly here is also a shopkeeper herself. So we can buy a few things from her. We can buy some coffee, and we can buy some cigarettes. Cigarettes allow you to pass time quickly. So it's good to have a few on hand at all times. You can also buy stuff to fish with. And that's about it. So what she alluded to is that, much like Majora's Mask, if you've ever played that, I think most people have, the town runs on a schedule. Certain shops and events are only available at different times of the day, and part of the game is kind of just learning, you know, how the town functions. Can of pickles. I got one of those. And the music's back. Hooray.
A police car.
If I still had a guitar, I'd learn to play this song. And if I could learn to whistle. So the police station is open from 9 to 5. Which makes sense.
So we have King George to thank for preparing a car for me. A pleasant surprise, eh, Zach? Let's take it for a spin.
Alright, so we don't have our super
I have
cool
to tell
car
you,
from the
Zach,
beginning
this
anymore,
place
unfortunately.
Simply amazes me. The keys were left on the front hood, and nobody stole the car. Values. This town has what the country needs. Values.
Let's head over to the sheriff's department.
Alright, let's see. That's change view. That's... Alright. Yeah, I gotta remember how to drive this thing. So now that we have the master key, we can climb into any car, any police car we come across, and drive it. The flare will also allow us to summon a police car in the event that we get stuck somewhere, which is pretty nice. How do I... Okay, right, that's forward. Okay. So, driving is... driving is kind of terrible in this game. It is easily one of the weakest parts of the game. And that's a shame. So how do I... Alright, there's the map. But there's like a big map I can look at, I believe... Oops, no, I don't want to go back to title. There's the map. So the map is also kind of terrible. You cannot set waypoints in the game, so you kind of have to use it like a real map. You just need to kind of compare it to where you are, and then find your way there. Thankfully for story events, there'll always be a waypoint we can follow, which makes things a little bit easier. Also, you can run out of gas. As you can see in the bottom right of the bottom right corner, you can also damage your car. It's pretty hard to damage your car to the point where it'll break down. I believe you have to kind of intentionally be running into stuff. But, yeah. But gas goes pretty quickly, so we will have to refuel more often than not, which is a bummer. Or we can use a flare and summon a new car. But you want to save those for emergencies. So, we are driving into the town proper. And hopefully we can watch a few more scenes before I have to end this video. So let's see. Alright, well. Also, you accelerate and reverse using the shoulder buttons, which is kind of weird. Not the trigger buttons, which you tend to use in modern games. Other modern games. This isn't actually that old of a game. Well, okay, the original release was on Xbox, so that's kind of old. But the director's cut is only a few years old, I believe. Actually, we're in 2018. Wow. I think this came out like 2013, 2014. All right, it's been a while.
That's one fine building for such a small town. The exterior woodwork is spectacular.
So if you hadn't noticed, York has kind of a city mouse to country mouse kind of deal going on. He's a bit of a dick to small town folk. I'm not judging. I mean, people in this town are pretty weird.
Pleasure to meet you, Agent Morgan. We've been expecting you. I'm Thomas McLean, the sheriff's assistant.
That's Thomas. He's swell.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please just call me York. It's what everyone else calls me.
Very well then, Agent York.
I believe I owe you a thank you for retrieving my belongings from my car. Thanks.
Oh, no, just doing my job. I want to help do everything I can to help the investigation. I just can't believe Anna was murdered. She was such a bright and lovely girl.
Did you know her well?
Well, no, not really. But it's a very small town. I'm sorry. It's just that this is the first really big case I've ever seen.
I understand. Just try to relax. Can I have a look at Anna's file now?
Yes, of course. The sheriff told me to let you through to the meeting room, but I've lost the key to the cabinet where the files are. Why don't you take a look around while I go look for it?
Okay. Let me know when things are ready.
Zach, Thomas appears to be the kind and sensitive type, totally at odds with the monarch. Almost a good setting for a cartoon.
All right. So, we will save here. And we're going to call it a night. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of Deadly Premonition. Maybe I'll do more. We'll see. So, I'll see you guys next time, possibly. Failing that, whatever else I do. Later.